Watching paint dry is still more interesting than this horror film I paid $10 for. It's no big surprise if local films don't perform exceptionally well, but this one just went under the baseline of a cookie cutter movie. The name of the film is called Late Night Ride, intended to be a horror movie that takes place on the bus, you know. Great concept with much potential but horribly planned. In other words, you could say, it's easier said than done. I have no other words for this film other than to summarize the plot and tell you as interesting as I can make it up. The movie starts off with 4 self-proclaimed famous people who wanted to shoot a vlog in a famously known haunted park.
I think there's someone hanging right there.
The first 15 minutes just shows their various transport methods there. Nothing much significant, so I don't know why they even put it in the film to begin with. They could have just cut it out. Out of the 4 influencers, one decided to back out the last second because of an encounter with this bus driver who said something creepy like, "Give me your discotheque, I add you to my server, I give you admin role."
Hey, disconnected!
And 3 remains. Anyway, they reached the park and rented bikes, and coincidentally there were 3 bikes, one didn't work, and then suddenly, this bike started moving out of nowhere. Oh yes, it's the last bike left, so why not rent it? We gotta continue the vlog after all, right?
Yes sir, yes sir.
A few moments later.
Oh look! They found what they came for!
Something is definitely not right. I am gonna get to the bottom of it.
Unfortunately, it never happened. She died in the car crash. And that's the end of the story. Goodbye. Psych! After her death, the news spread like wildfire and Life Leak was recreated and Netflix great adaptation. It was much better than the before, and there's creepypasta and subreddit dedicated to spread conspiracy, whole SCP website dedicated to chakrism, third eye, reincarnation, magic, Anunnaki. I would have called off the story from there, but the film goes on, and that's where it becomes a fucking lore much harder to understand than pulling up your pants. And as a matter of fact, I don't know how to explain the rest of the story. Cutting the film down to this point, it's now a 20-minute movie. Straight out from an 80s film. Remember the part where I said that the vlogger got knocked down by the car? To show like she really got knocked down, right? They put a silicone-based mannequin to replace the actress. I mean, you can always just lay flat to play dead, you know. Ooh, this CGI is actually creepy. The one that I was most surprised about was this one. If we let this actress be the lead villain of the whole story, I think it will have a greater opportunity. But here's what they did instead. And for the rest of the film, she never returned. On a fair note, I believe that the director of the film is still new, and it's still one of his first few times directing a film. We all have to make mistakes before we can succeed. As for now, it wasn't a good film, but I had a good laugh over it. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. The end.